All right, go. Explain what you're doing.
Okay. So the intention of the first exercise we're going to do is we're going to have, you want to understand at least the front and the back of the core, the abdominals and the lower back, the erector spinae. So the first exercise is you want to take a broom handle or somewhat of a weighted bar, posture yourself up straight, that's the key. So from shoulder to hip it's a straight line. And you want to lift the bar up and behind you simultaneously. Like this. Now the error that could be made here is leaning forward. That's what you don't want to do. You're going to stay up, lift the bar up, and maintain your posture straight up and down from shoulder to hip. Preferably next to a mirror so that you can see that your form is up. A little trick to this is stick your chest out as you lift the bar back.
Now Kevin, what is the purpose of this exercise?
The purpose is to get you to understand the feeling of using these two abdominals and the lower back in a position of holding yourself so that you don't, for example, a lot of times people will pick up an object out in front of them, and when they pick it up, their lower back will go out. And what you want to do is you want to establish the fact that, okay, I know what this feels like to hold myself in this neutral position right here. It has a lot to do with what I'm going to teach you in the future.
Now, is this going to strengthen your core, or?
This exercise right here is not a strengthener. It's, again, to get you to feel what it feels like. Now, I have an opposite exercise that's a little bit more of a strengthener.
Okay. Good.
I call it a plate lift. But as you can see, there's a variety of exercises you can, lift exercises, pieces of equipment that you can use to lift. So, the intention of the exercise is same posture that I taught you previously. Shoulder to hip is straight in line, straight up. With straight arms, you hold an object out in front of you, touching the bench. You lift it up, and you simultaneously lift the object and lean your chest towards it slightly. Then you return back to neutral, and then you move into it again. So what you do not want to do with this exercise, number one, is have lax elbows. You want to keep your arms nice and straight. The second thing is, think of an angle from the object going forward, your chest going forward, and they will intersect with each other, and that's where the end of the exercise is. So neutral, out, back down again. You can use a variety of objects. You can use a dumbbell to do this. You can use a ball, even a kid's ball. You can use a plate, or you can use some form of a body bar. Same idea. Neutral, lift up and lean towards, and return.
Now, why don't you explain how you're supposed to be breathing while you're doing these exercises?
Okay, the internal pressure in your chest cavity can be released, which is a good thing if you breathe out when you exert. So in this case, what you want to do is, the exertion is lifting that way. So you want to breathe out like this. So in all cases in strength training, whenever you exert, whenever the weight is being lifted, that's when you breathe out. You wait about halfway through the exercise and then release your breath from halfway to the end of the exercise.
What happens if you're not breathing while you're doing these exercises?
Well, like I said, the main thing it does is the internal pressure inside your chest builds up. It can increase your blood pressure. That's the number one thing you should be worried about.
Do you need to use a lot of weight for this exercise to be effective?
Absolutely not. No, it's, as a matter of fact, when you first start, I want minimal weight, just enough weight for you to feel what feels like two columns up your lower back, from basically just above your behind to about the middle of your back. It feels like two posts. That's what you're looking to feel when you do this exercise, when you lift it out.
Excellent.